Some of the tools I don't carry in the tool roll is these bars, 24-inch bars that are helping me get the tyres off should I ever need to. Thankfully up to now I haven't need to. I really dread the idea of ever having to take my tyres off the rims, but I dread having to do it without these bars, even worse. So, you know, make sure that you've got a set of those, or someone in your group has a set of those. I also have a wheel wrench. These aren't too expensive. They're picked up from most auto shops. Basically, got a bar, gives you a little bit more leverage. You know, those ones you often get with the car, or the tyre wrench, wheel wrench that you get with the car aren't very useful, and you don't get a lot of leverage. These also give you a couple of sockets should you require this for anyone else's car. And you know, the fact is that if you go to a tyre place and they put on the, you know, with the impact wrench and that sort of stuff, often they put on the tyres and, you know, put on the wheel nuts, and they're really hard to remove. So bit of leverage goes down well. Now this hammer, absolutely love this hammer. It's my favourite hammer. I take it camping with me all the time. It sits loose in the car because I use it quite a bit, and I need quick access to it. So this is the Stanley Fatmax Extreme MiG 15. So really nice big hammer, great for driving in those you know, pegs and all that sort of stuff. Someone actually left that at their campsite. I'm still looking for them. If you know who you are, let me know where you left it and I'll see if I can get it back to you. But until then, it's going to be very well looked after. And it has been very well looked after for quite a few years. So, into the CrashPad Tool Roll. We're going to go through this now. I'm going to show you all the tools that I carry and break it down for you, just to give you an idea of not only how well this works and how well it fits everything, but really just to make sure that it's going to cover your needs and make sure that it's got everything you're going to need on any of your remote trips. So let's have a look. So firstly, branding, of course, CrashPad, that's quite common branding across all their range, easily identifiable. CrashPad are generally known for pretty good quality, definitely reasonable quality. I haven't heard a lot of complaints about their products. You know, bits and pieces here and there, but for the most part they hold up pretty well. They make them pretty well. They're not the cheapest products, but you know, they are one of the better products. So definitely worth a look. Now the handle, you've got this material threaded through this little plastic tube, which again is branded, and I really like that. It's nice, good, solid handle, nice size, easy to grab, and you know, it's not going to hurt your fingers, as opposed to just having fabric and anything like that. Because you know what, there's a bit of weight in this, and you want a decent handle. Now, got a couple of plastic clips. Now, given the weight that goes into this, I probably would have preferred some more solid clips, some metal clips or anything. But look, let's see how these go. I think over time we'll give you a 1 or 2 year review, and for the most part, from what I've seen and heard, they hold up pretty well. So let's just trust them on that one. Now, I like this. The colours are really nice, nice bright orange, you know, grey on the outside, so it doesn't stand out too much. If it's just sitting in the back of the car, it's not really obvious for people who might have their own intentions of helping themselves out to your stuff. Nice orange on the inside, which is pretty much the standard, I think, CrashPad colours, and it works pretty well, for me at least anyway. So, and you'll understand a little bit more about that in a moment. So, a couple of tools that I just pack loosely, and these, again, because I often need quick access to it. This is the Cruise Master. It's a specialised tool to take off the DO35 knot ball, spike, or whatever you want to call it, that comes off their coupling, so you need a special tool for that. And here we've got the arc coupling wrench. I'm not sure what you call that, spanner. It's got a couple of different tools, and again, it's for removing the coupling and you know, all things associated with the coupling. So it's just a really handy tool to have, rather than trying to have big adjustable wrenches and that sort of stuff. You know, this is going to fit and easy to access all the time. So one of the best, the main features of this I like is this flap that just gets folded out, and a great place just to throw your tools. Like I said, it's orange, so you know, a little bit better visibility. It's canvas, it's going to give you some protection from any dirt or you know, mud that may be underneath it. And it's just a nice place to leave your tools and organise. So you know, you carry this anywhere to the site whenever you need to do your repairs, and it just gives you a nice little working space. That's what I really liked about this one. So it has 3 pockets here and a number of other, or there's, you know, zipped pockets, and then you've got a number of other little places here for multiple tools. So the first one here I just call this one miscellaneous. I've got some sandpaper in there. I've got a little container with some electrical clips and units and stuff like that in there. I've got some tape to put around your tap or gas fittings and that sort of stuff. Some wire brushes, and we'll give you a bit of a closer look. Some wire brushes, of course. Normal brushes, a little bit more tape. I've got a little bit of electrical wiring just in case. I've got some electrical tape. Now I do have another container in the car that I carry some more electrical tapes and gaffer tape and you know, different types of tapes and bits and pieces that are going to help me in repairs. So this isn't everything, this is just the tools that I have. So, but this isn't necessarily all the bits and pieces that I carry. I can probably show you that in another video. If you're interested, let us know. Now, in here I've got some adjustable wrenches, you know, a couple of different sizes, nice big one, nice little one. That's just going to cover you, you know, for all your needs. Got a black texter, couple of this, just some little clips for doing small jobs. Need a big screwdriver, and rest that can probably go in there. But I like to have it handy. Ever need some leverage or anything like that, handy to have. Spatula plastic, I've used that on sites before when I was doing caravan and that sort of stuff. Especially I had to do some silicone work and that sort of stuff, so it kind of helped me get some nicer edges. I've left that in there. Any tools you've ever used in the past, leave them in there. Any tools you haven't used in the past, you really need to question whether you need them or not. And I've basically gone through this, transferred all my tools across. There I have a few tools left that I've got in there that I just felt I haven't used over the years and I'm unlikely to ever need them. So weight's going to be a big thing in this new car, in the BT50 that I've got, so I want to make sure that I'm not carrying anything that I don't need to carry. Little mini hacksaw here, used that a couple of times. They're pretty handy to have. You'll be surprised how often you need that. I've got some long nose pliers. I've also got some stubby nose pliers as well. I've got a knife. And this thing I use all the time, pulling out screws, nuts. So you've got some, I use that a lot for pulling nails out of trees and that sort of stuff that people often use for hanging their stuff up there. You all know what this is, just a crimping tool for your electricals and that sort of stuff. Adjustable wrench there, a whole series of spanners. You know, a couple of 10 mil, you're always going to use those, and a variety of other sizes that you're potentially going to be using around the site. Now, I just know from history what I've used, what I've needed. I've just got a good little range there, so just make sure you cover your needs. Have a look at what your specific car uses, whether it's imperial, metric, what sizes you're often going to need, and make sure you cover yourself. So again, another file there. I've got some round or flat on one side. This is an important tool, and I use this often for you know, having to remove those plastic clips and that the cars often have. That's just a special tool for that, and that's been really handy because you know, those things are really easy to break. So I think that was a couple of bucks off eBay, and it's definitely been worth carrying around. So that's the bulk of the tools there that are, you know, visible. One's less visible. Here I've got all my screwdrivers in one pocket. I've got this little wrench here, is basically for a tap fitting. It removes taps. I think like the Melbourne Water and that sort of stuff have taps in parks often and that sort of stuff that they use special tools for because they don't want people getting into their water or leaving taps on and that sort of stuff. So I carry a little tool that helps me out should I ever need that in an emergency or anything like that. usually carry my own water. I've got Allen key sets, a couple of different sizes. Again, you got metric, imperial, make sure you're covered. And again, this might not always be just for you, this also could be for friends that you want to get out of trouble as well. And again, all your screwdrivers, little stubby nose screwdriver as well, with some different bits and pieces in there as well. So you kind of cover yourself. You never know what tool you're going to need when you're out there. And in the last pocket there, I've got the socket set. So a number of different sockets again, different, a couple of 10 mils. Make sure you've always got heaps of 10 mils, and all the other ones that again you're going to need. I know you've got the spanners, but it's handy to have the sockets as well. Sometimes it's they're a lot easier to use. And then I've got quite a number of cable ties and that as well. And look, that's the bulk of my tool set, and that's really what has worked for me quite well over the last 5 years or so. So I've built this over time. I haven't just kind of slapped this together, and for me it's worked. And if you've got any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Put it down in the comments below. It's not only going to help me, but it's going to help other people listening or watching this video. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. That's my tool set, and I'm pretty happy with that. I will put the weight up here as well, because for me, weight is a little bit of a concern. So it's a good idea to know what and how much you're carrying. And there you go, guys. That's my tool roll. It works for me really well, and been really happy with it. And you know what? Can't wait to put it in my new drawer system when I finally get it. But really important to organise your toolkit, and this is a really nice way to do it. The CrashPad Tool Roll, it's working for me. I have no doubt it's going to work for you. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video. See you later.